morning, everybody. It's Brooke with Mrs. Cog Hill Farm, and it's a lovely morning here in Alabama. Warm enough for a sweatshirt, but not cold enough to wear a hat on my head, and the wind's not blowing like it was the last video. It's just a comfortable day. Everybody has been fed this morning, including Miss Peaches here, who wanted to let everybody know that she was here. I was going to show y'all Miss Peaches in just a minute, but she was outside the stall, and when she heard me on camera, she had to make sure that the boss lady was seen up close. And y'all know that she and Pocket, her #1 BFF, are doing just fine. I had a couple of treats that I stuck in my pocket earlier today, and I actually forgot to give it to Peaches and Pocket. Everybody gets a treat or a snack every now and then around here. So Pocket has some treats that her previous owners left for her, and that is a soft peppermint. She tends to like those. She doesn't get them on a regular basis, but it is something she likes, and I had it in my pocket to give it to her, and I forgot. So I'm going to give that to these precious animals in just a minute. Animal cracker for Peaches. Let's go ahead and see if Peaches isn't ready for her morning snack. You ready, girl? That's right. That's good stuff, isn't it? I hope that wasn't the shape of a pig or a horse. I really, really do. I don't know what I hope it was the shape of, but I know you enjoyed it no matter what it was. All right, now let's get this unwrapped. I know you'd like to have a soft peppermint too, but these are specially for Miss Pocket, who has made the grand entry. She heard Peaches in here chewing, so she knew that girl, wait just a minute. I know, I'm gonna give it to you. She knew that she probably had a treat as well. You like that, don't you? Oh my goodness. So the soft ones are safe because there's no chance she can swallow it and it gets stuck in her throat. So they did leave a small bag of those, and I'm still working on that same bag that her family brought to her, and we'll pick up some more when she runs out. But everybody needs a treat every now and then, right? Including Peaches. Peaches is trying to move my leg so she can get past me, and I guess she's wanting to go back to bed this morning. Y'all, I'm beginning to think she likes me. She does not make a sound unless I'm in here videoing. It seems like the only time we hear a peep out of her is when I start videoing. Maybe it's the tone of my voice. I don't know what it is. It's kind of like Snow White. You know, I was trying to brush Pocket, and Snow White could hear me from across the road, and he let me know I needed to come visit. Same thing just happened with Snow White. She wants me to come and visit her. So I guess it's going to be treat time for everybody. Very few pumpkins that I have left over, cut open for Miss Snow White and her dwarfs. It's not fair for her to know that I'm over there giving out snacks and haters out there cutting up too. I'm looking for an axe, and here it is. I have found the easiest way to bust a pumpkin open is using an axe. So the weather is a little bit warmer today. We have opened the stall, and we have let Miss Snow White and her, how many dwarfs? 5 dwarfs, out to roam free and enjoy the glorious sunshine. I'm going to bust it open over here and then deliver it to her. All right, girl, look here. Let's see. Look what I got for you. You tend to love these. Look at there. There you go. I got 2 of them. I'll take one outside in a minute. Let's see if you don't want some of that. And while her vision is still limited, this space has been a blessing for her because hey Bramble, she realizes that this is her territory, and she's very familiar with how to get around. It poses no issues for her, and she has friends. If y'all see something going across the screen, it's Bramble's tail. I'm sitting here petting him. Snow White, that's your pumpkin, baby. You love that. There you go. So while every animal here may not enjoy those pumpkins, one that has thoroughly enjoyed them is Snow White. And she gets really, really close to it with her beak and with her eyes so she can see what she's eating. Y'all see she's checking it out. She's making sure she knows where to peck. Turns that head because she has more vision in one eye than the other. But she's doing very well. Since she screamed at me and let me know that she was over here, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. I couldn't walk by without giving her something since she wanted me to acknowledge her. Now, Bramble, you know what? I've got something in mind for you guys today. And I say guys, Biscuit's a girl, but I have something in mind that I'd like to do with the cats. And that is figure out who the biggest cat is. Now, I'll tell y'all, just looking at the cats, Sylvester does not look heavy. He looks sleek, he looks slim, he looks trim, but Sylvester to me is the heaviest cat. And it's time for me to do a little deworming on my cats. Do that because, well, they go outside a lot and it's just a fact of life that animals get parasites, and I don't tend to do a fecal on these guys. I just try to worm them a couple of times a year and make sure that they stay parasite free. So in order to know how much dewormer I need to give, I gotta have a weight on them. Now the only one that's here right now, in here with me, is Bramble. And y'all have seen that Bramble goes wherever Brooke goes. It needs to be the Brooke and Bramble show, I believe. But Sylvester loves me, not to say he doesn't love me, but he doesn't stay under me like Bramble does. I'm about to exit the stall and I can just about, all right, watch out, buddy. Got to get this out. I can just about guarantee you that my little buddy here is going to travel with me because, well, that's just how Bramble works. We're going to take a ride, buddy. You know about that. He rides on the gates when I open them, and then he goes, I'm not going to let you fall. He jumps around, and he has his very own cat playground without even realizing it. You got barrels, you got pine straw bales, you got a broke down Volkswagen bus that hopefully soon will be running. So yeah, I don't know where the other two are though. I have a trick that I'm going to try to use to get a weight on these, and that is cat treats. It seemed when all three of them were younger, Biscuit was the only one that tended to show interest in cat treats. So I just kind of let it go by the wayside. I didn't try to give them many treats unless one of you guys sent me something and I wanted to try it. And then it just seemed like they didn't show much interest in it. So I kind of let it go. Well, I found a bag of Temptations when I was checking out at the feed store the other day. And these are just cat treats. I mean, it's a little small bag. And I said, well, I'm going to see if the cats like them. This was going to be, you know, a new trial because obviously they're grown now. They're no longer kitties, and they may change their taste just as kids do. I mean, we grow up and we decide we like squash, whereas when we were little, we said, ugh, Mama, I'm not eating that. And that's what's happened with the cats. So I'm hoping that I can use my little handy dandy thrift store scale that I've had for probably, I don't know, Marycarl was born. I've probably had it 13 years. And when I weigh an animal, this comes in handy because it's meant for a newborn baby. And it's perfect for cats. So while I haven't weighed them yet, I can see the shape of it. And I hope by me putting a treat on that scale that the cats are just going to hop up there. We're going to see. But my thoughts are Sylvester's the biggest cat. Bramble is a whole lot of hair He's beautiful. He's got some Maine Coon in him, I do believe. I picked Bramble up at the feed store when he was just a young kitten, and the lady said that she believed he had some Maine Coon in him. So, well, I've never laid eyes on his parents. I do know that he has a long coat. He's not 100% Maine Coon, that's for sure, but he may have some in him. He just, to me, doesn't feel as heavy as Sylvester does. Sylvester's like picking up a cement block. And Bramble's a lot more flexible, I would say, than Sylvester. Sylvester doesn't really move when you pick him up, and that may be why he feels heavier. Anyway, enough of that. Bramble's going to be my test cat because he's already in here. I don't know where the other two are. So Bramble, let's see how well you're going to cooperate. And I've already got a pen, a pencil, and well, a handy dandy paper towel right here. So I want to know exactly how much it is, and I'm going to write it down. First, before he tries to get on the scale, here buddy, I'm going to give him one of these treats so he knows what he has to look forward to. Look, it's in my hand. It's in my hand. Hey, what do you smell? What do you smell? I might as well go ahead and get it zeroed out in case you do get on there. All right, we got a 0. Come here. All right, Bramble. You got to come on up on the scale, buddy. So it's on kilograms, Bramble. We don't do kilograms here in the United States. We do pounds. Gonna see if Bramble will go all the way on there. Take a seat. 12.05. Yeah, you ate 3 of them. I don't think you need any more. Y'all know what's gonna happen now? I didn't even think about this, but I'm gonna have quite a problem because Bramble's already gonna associate the scales with the treats. So he's gonna think he needs to get up there. If I get on the scales again, I get another treat. I may have to put Bramble in the milk room until this is finished. All right, come here, Sylvester. Slick. Okay. See if you won't get up on the scale. I'll give you one, but then you gotta do your thing. Oh, I didn't turn it on, buddy. It's not gonna zero out unless you get off of it. Gotta get all the way up there. Gotta get all the way up there. That's gonna call for putting them on the scale. There you go. Go on up there. Go ahead. Go ahead. All right, let's see. 10.12. I didn't say that with enthusiasm because I told y'all I thought he was the biggest cat. So, got you written down, buddy. Now we got to find Biscuit. That may not have been such a good idea. I shouldn't have left those unattended, even though they're zipped up. You really like those treats, don't you, buddy? Okay, I'm glad I heard you before I found you with the bag open and you had eaten the entire bag. I'll be careful about that from now on. I have looked and I have called and I don't know where she came from, but here she is. Miss Biscuit. Okay, Biscuit, so I gotta get Bramble in, not Bramble, this is Sylvester. Bramble's in the wheelbarrow. I gotta get these boys put in the milk room so I can give you a treat and get you weighed. Yeah, they got some treats up there. It's your turn. Okay. All right, so I got the boys in. I gave her a treat. I knew she'd come running as soon as I gave her one. And let's see here, girl. Let's get the scales on 0. Look, I put you some on the scale. Look, come here. Look, they're up here. Come here. Come here, come here, come here. Uh-oh, we turned it off. I hope the batteries didn't go dead. Look at there. Now, I expect Biscuit to be the smaller of the 3 because, well, she's a female. She was not from a rescue. She was out of the woods from Miss Catherine's house. All right, Biscuit. I'm going to go with 9 pounds. 9 pounds. Okay, so y'all, we have 3 weights on 3 different cats. And as y'all know, that was scary, wasn't it, girl? Bramble was the biggest. Nobody wants to see that side of you. So Bramble weighs a whopping 12.05, Sylvester 10.02, and we're going with a straight up 9 pounds for Biscuit. We have the mirror that we use for Snow White stored back behind this table, and Biscuit just saw herself in the mirror and she automatically thinks, there might be another cat out there. There just might be. You boys escaped and I just put you in the milk room. Well, cats, I got something I gotta do, and that is help Jason harvest some things from the garden. Well, Jason and I are headed over to the garden where we have some plants actively growing. Some of those are cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, kale, calendula flowers. What am I missing? Rutabagas, turnips, collards. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff. And it's actually more than our family of 3 can consume in a short period of time. So we thought, what should we preserve first? Something that Jason has never had good luck with growing is cauliflower, along with cabbage, but cauliflower.
Cauliflower and cabbage.
So we thought, well, since he's never had good luck with that, why don't we try to stick some of that in the freeze dryer and see how it comes out? Because you don't even have to cook it in order to eat it, obviously, and you don't have to cook it in order to freeze dry it. So that'll be an easy way to use up I don't know how many it's gonna hold, but
We'll see, won't we?
I got 5 trays for the freeze dryer, so we'll see how many cauliflower we have ready versus the amount of trays that we have.
Sounds good.
So we have had a couple of really hard freezes, and they say that the collards taste a lot better after the first freeze, turnip
Collard
greens
greens.
too. But we have eaten them before we had hard freezes. Now that's broccoli.
I know, but it needs to be harvested.
Okay. I was thinking that you may have,
Got to get that baby ladybug off.
I was thinking you may have fell
Good.
off your rocker and thought cauliflower broccoli.
You see how big it is?
Yeah, that broccoli is definitely ready to be harvested. So, you know, if we want to throw a little broccoli in with the cauliflower, we can. But if we have extra, we'll always eat it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a 2-part harvest, I would say. Now, Jason, the cauliflower's on this end?
It's down here, yeah.
All right, so. Oh, yeah, I see this one peeking through. Look at there.
Isn't that
Wow.
pretty?
It is pretty. It's just beautiful. Now, will cauliflower come back?
That'd be done.
So once that head's gone, then
It's
we're
done,
done
yeah.
with that plant.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's a big one.
Isn't it big and pretty?
And we can mix and match broccoli and cauliflower
that.
if we don't have enough of one. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Now, we don't know how many we have, but we know that it needs to be harvested very soon because it is at its prime.
Yeah, you don't want it to start going to seed.
Starts going to seed, it's not going to be good to
It's
eat,
not going
right?
to be as good, yeah.
So we're going to get this harvested, and then we'll meet you back in the milk room where I'm going to wash it off and get it cut up and put it into the freeze dryer. Like me, some of you may have never seen cauliflower growing in a garden. This is the first time that I've ever seen it grown, and it's kind of a unique scenario, I guess you would say, the way it forms a head on it.
Similar to cabbage.
It's similar to cabbage. It starts off as leaves, and those leaves kind of come together, close up, and underneath that closed area, it forms the head of the cauliflower. Take a peek. So this is the whole cauliflower plant. It has an abundance of leaves, as you can see. This one's not ready to harvest, but I just want to show y'all what it looks like down below. So you can see that the leaves have started to form, it covers up the head. So you were saying that broccoli doesn't grow like cauliflower, and you know, you think of that as being a sister plant.
They are, I mean, they're in the same family. They're very, 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 very similar, but the broccoli doesn't, the leaves don't cover and protect the broccoli. The broccoli is like, hey, here I am.
Here I am.
Yeah,
There's
come
no need to
on.
wait. Just get me when you get
Strike.
ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show y'all the broccoli here. The leaves on the broccoli are not quite as
There's
pretty
one.
because they've been
We've
hit
harvested this one.
by the freeze, the frost, and
You
then
see it's
these
open.
leaves were vulnerable because they're out and all their, showing off. But
Mm-hmm.
we harvested this stalk of broccoli, and if it does come back, the heads are usually small, right, Jason?
Yeah, you're not gonna get a good second crop of broccoli.
So you just anticipate getting that one big
Here you go.
head.
Here's you a big one that we need to
Anything that
harvest.
comes back is going to be smaller after you cut it. So this one is ready to be harvested right here.
And you can see it's not covered up by your leaves.
It's not covered up. Let me see the head first. I mean, it's even in its early stages down here, so to speak, it doesn't form that cover like a cauliflower does. But I'm going to tell y'all, if you've never had garden grown broccoli, it's a treat.
Well, here's the thing.
What's that?
We've never had garden grown cauliflower.
No, we haven't.
So we're fixing to find out if it's a treat too.
Well,
Because I'm gonna taste one of them before you freeze dry it. I can tell you that.
we certainly are, but we know that broccoli tastes different
Yeah,
in the store
it does.
versus
It's really good.
fresh out of your garden.
It's good.
Before we leave, I have to toot Jason's horn for a minute, and that is the cabbage. Y'all look at the beautiful heads that it's formed. Some of this is right ready to go.
Yeah,
we are anticipating harvesting this very, very soon.
Probably tomorrow.
And we have some plans for it. So stay tuned for our first ever successful cabbage crop as well. So we got a bag full of mixed cauliflower and broccoli.
How you say it? Brassicas?
Jason, don't act like it was heavy. So this may be more than we need to fill the freeze dryer tray, but we won't know till we get in there, and I guarantee you it won't go to waste. They don't want you to walk by them without getting a love tap. I could hear Goldie drumming and Nugget making his burping sound. See if y'all can hear it.
See if she does it.
All right, Goldie, do it for us.
As soon as I put the mic by her, she stopped.
Yeah, she said she didn't. Hey, Nuggo. What you doing, buddy?
Look at you, got the prettiest eyes.
Oh.
You really do. Pretty eyes.
What a sweetie. Oh, you gonna do your...
He may have pretty eyes, but have you seen me dance?
Have you seen me walk? Look at me.
They both got pretty eyes. They're just
They do.
mahogany.
They're beautiful birds. All right, so I got some pieces washed. I want you to try it first.
Yeah.
Then I want you to try a little piece of broccoli and tell me which one you prefer.
Eat that cauliflower.
So hurry up, huh?
Eat that cauliflower. It tastes like it's got butter on it.
That's very good. That's very good.
I know the cauliflower is good. I mean the broccoli.
I wanted to know which one you preferred.
I think if I buy it from a grocery store, I like broccoli better. But this fresh grown, I like this cauliflower better.
It's got a little pepper taste at the end. Do you think so?
It does.
Whereas I don't get that at the store.
No, that's got way more flavor.
I always think that cauliflower is just bland.
Yeah.
But this is not.
It's not bland at all.
Y'all, I was able to get all the broccoli and cauliflower that we harvested onto the trays, and I ended up with 3 trays of cauliflower and 2 trays of broccoli. So I spaced it out to where none of it is touching, and we're gonna fill up all 5 trays of the freeze dryer with this good old hearty food that Jason was able to put his green finger on and make it grow in abundance where our family can have it anytime we please. And I'm just going to run this at a normal cycle, which means all I got to do is mash start, no special temperature required, and we'll be back to do a taste test and see how the broccoli and cauliflower turned out. I bet you it's going to be good. but you never know. So stay tuned.
Think it's ready?
You asking?
Yeah.
I hope it's ready, Jason. It feels ready. Let's see about the cauliflower.
So let me ask you, if it wasn't ready, you would just shut it and hit continue?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would. I added some extra dry time to it just because I know that, you know, it is a vegetable. It does retain water. So I added extra dry time just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
And that's also so if I didn't get back here in time to check it, then I wouldn't be out anything, because it's always better to add too much dry time than not enough.
I got you.
All right, so I'm going to try this one.
Try.
Ready?
Yeah. Good?
Very good.
Let me see.
Got a lot of flavor.
Way more intense
It's got a lot of flavor.
than
But not too much.
regular broccoli. I mean cauliflower.
Did you show your reaction?
My reaction was my eyes were real big. It was way more flavor than regular.
All right, let's do this. Let's both come turn around. It's only fair to get the real deal. This is broccoli.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
I like the cauliflower better.
I like the cauliflower better. That one had like bitter on the end.
I don't know what it is, but the cauliflower's better.
Way better.
One more time. I didn't like the broccoli at the end.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we'll use both of them. It's just the broccoli in the freeze-dried state has a little bitter flavor at the end.
Yeah, it did.
Rehydrated, I don't think that'll be there.
I don't think it'll be there either.
So we can use this to cook with.
Oh, yes.
We can rehydrate this and eat it with, just like we would regular. We've completed another project, and it's a win. It's a win.
I know I got broccoli in my teeth.
I was eating it raw the other day when I was putting it on the trays. The whole time, I am so worried that I've got something sticking in my teeth that's big and green. And
especially broccoli. It's easy to do.
if y'all see it, don't tell me, because I don't want to know. All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate everybody watching. And we'll keep on with these freeze-drying experiments.
Yeah.
Till next time.
Y'all be good.